What is it again?
No, it was actually an important thing to tell. I was actually very disappointed that she didn't get to tell that.
Thank you.
Yeah, about the National Association of Black Journalists conference. I was very disappointed I couldn't be.
What is it again?
No, it was actually an important.
When, we were arguing about how the JBP has
Made you.
Yeah, or widen my audience. And
made you.
No, watch your fucking mouth. Don't start.
I'm just telling you from a fan's perspective. Watch it.
What fans? What's that? Stop, man. Where you about to go?
I made you. Why would I play?
So what happened?
You know, and so I just want to make that distinction because I don't want people to assume because there was a restraining order against him.
Well, then at some point, come clear it up.
Exactly, and also don't make it seem like that's what I was saying when she went on Oprah. I did not say that he was the one that perpetrated the violence against her. I said that there was there's an understanding as to who it actually was.
I think we all misheard you.
No, you did. I think you didn't say it like that, man.
No,
I
did not.
I said
you did not. You said she is him.
You didn't.
You said it was him.
No,
you
I didn't.
Push pause.
You were saying was true, the restraining order part or the abuse part?
All of the above, and because she goes on to describe the effect that it had on her and her suicide attempt directly afterwards.
Where did she describe this?
She describes it on Oprah. Right, so 30 years, that was very talented. I do have to fucking commend you.
Because you be like...
Hey, and welcome to Lena Listens. My name is Lena, and I'm coming to y'all with my thoughts and reviews about the JBP. What a pleasant surprise. Joe dropped the pot at 10 p.m. and all the patronis were happy, including myself. This doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's a good night. And not gonna lie, the intro song selection got me hyped like it wasn't 10 p.m. on the East Coast. And like we don't have work in the morning. Well, me anyway. We are up late tonight, a 3-hour plus pod that dropped at 10 p.m. So first things first, Marc is back. And I must say I'm happy. The beauty in Marc being a fan of the show prior to coming on the JPP is that he's going to watch these episodes. He's going to do his homework and come back with points to make and past conversations to address. And speaking of conversations to address, he came back and instantly defended Mel. Marc mentioned that it seemed to not be a safe space for Mel while she was telling us her review of the Black Journalist Convention. And he felt like the guys weren't giving her the floor to speak. And to be honest, they didn't. They clowned Mel about her idols in the journalist space, laughed at her, laughed in her face while she was trying to share her thoughts, and Marc called everyone shade. From afar, I might add, because he wasn't there clearly. And I give props to Ice because he was trying to get them to pay attention. Like, he kept saying, come on, bro, like, come on. When, Flip was falling all over the place and Joe was throwing his headset back and carrying on. Like, he was trying to get them to pay attention and be quiet while she spoke. And Marc came in and addressed a few things, and Mel is so glad that Marc is back to help stand up for her. But in the same breath, she called Marc Joe's toy. Watch this.
Your pet is back.
It's a good time, but I'm sure it wasn't actually. His pet is back.
Called a black man a pet?
Sorry, your fave.
Whoa.
That nigga like with the mood that ain't too strong. She didn't mean it.
Yo, Pizza Hut wildin'.
She didn't mean it. Don't put it in the roll. She didn't mean it. She didn't mean to call you
Not a
back.
diss to him. It's not.
Got it.
It's not a diss at all. It's just an observation.
Well, you were my baby.
Okay, all right.
Now, she say she didn't mean anything by it, but we all know she did just a bit, because this is not her first time saying this. She said it earlier on in the year, like a few months ago actually. Pick a side, girl. Are you team Marc or not? Even though it may just be some friendly joking, because he referred to her as being Pizza Hut when she texted him asking if she should even attend the Black Journalist Convention. And he texted back one word, from vacation, I might add, yes. Matter of fact, they're both flip-floppy at times, so there's that. Marc came back and woke up these conversation pieces, and I appreciate how Marc will speak his mind and rebuttal even if the entire room disagrees with him, like they did on that the Ari Lennox and Martin segment. Everyone disagreed, and he challenged them. He fleshed out the conversation a bit. He provides a different perspective and gets people wheels turning. And this is all by the first hour and a half of the pod. All of this took place in the first hour and a half. It came on good. So, you know, you all are going to be in for a pleasant surprise if you didn't watch it already. And Mark must have had a mental note, because he definitely brought up that argument Flip, Ish, and Imani had the other day, and said that they were all talking past each other and missing each other's points. Mark kept saying, air quotes, as a viewer, and see, that's just referring back to what I said in the beginning about how he was a fan of the show prior to, so he is, when he watches the show back or watches it, he's watching it in the eyes of a viewer as a fan versus just someone who is a cast member of the show. So that's a plus. When it came, he basically said, you know, as a viewer, when it came to how things appeared on the previous pod, you know, it looked kind of crazy. And Mark be asking the real questions, but please don't get it twisted. He be lacing them with hidden jokes, smirks, and all that. I be catching it. They don't catch it all the time in real time because it's happening there, but I'm pretty sure on the watch back, they be like, I ain't peeped that. Especially this particular conversation that he had with Flip. And Flip took a moment to basically agree with what everyone was saying on Monday's Patreon episode, that the JBP has risen everyone's status. And as a result of that, he was invited to dinner with Terrence J and the guys from EYL. And the guys saying, basically saying, being on the pod has risen everyone's status and popularity. It wasn't a slight. But he took it as one and got super defensive the other day about it, from what we saw on the Patreon from the other day. And he ended up apologizing to Ish for, for being overly defensive and not understanding what Ish meant in that moment. Ish didn't mean anything by it when he asked him if he's ever been to the Cayman Islands. He didn't mean anything by that. But in the moment, the emotions were high. Everyone was trying to get their points across. Everybody wanted to be macho man. So, you know, he didn't catch it, didn't understand it in the moment. At least he did that and apologized to Ish, because you can tell Ish felt a little way about it on the Patreon episode, because he's like, I'm not comparing myself to you. So this is just a quick recap of Mark in the first half of the pod. And again, I'm so glad he's back. So this is just like the first hour and a half, hour and 33 minutes or so. So just wanted to give y'all that real quick. And all in all, the first half of the pod is good. And I'll be back with another video later today. Let me know if you like these ultra early drops. I know I do. Like I mentioned in the beginning, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, you know you're in for a treat. And what were you doing when you saw the pair on Patreon? And did you finish it in one sitting? Did you finish it all at once, or are you going to watch it in bits and pieces? You're going to watch it tomorrow on your way to work, at work, after work? How you going to do it? Let me know. And I know I have a feeling I'm going to be tired, but it was definitely worth it. And I'm going to end with saying my condolences to Mark. He lost a dear friend and still came in and pod, so, condolences to you and your family and friends. Until next time, y'all. Bye.